Hey there, hobby homesteaders. Welcome back to Peaks Peak. Today, we're gonna blaze a new trail. All right, so I thought I would share with you guys today my process for creating trails. We actually didn't get to document the trail system that we built when we first moved here because we hadn't started YouTubing yet. But we were cleaning up the trails over the past weekend and I shared that video with you, and I figured out that we definitely need to connect a trail because we've got one section here in the lowest corner of this property down next to our food plot area where we have an out and back trail. So you have to turn around and come back out, and we need a loop so that we can drive all the way through. All the rest of our trails you can loop and drive around in circles and get through, but this one was not connected to anything. So we're gonna fix that today. And we probably are gonna cut just a little bit over I don't know, maybe a couple hundred yards at most. So we're gonna start here in this corner of the field and we're gonna work our way down through there. And you have to kind of assess your situation and see how thick the stuff is, because a lot of times when you're mowing, if it's really, really heavy stuff, then you kind of have to back your bush hog into it to cut it. And that's the easiest way. But this is not too thick. So what we're gonna do is drop the bucket down close to the ground, and we'll angle the front of it up so it doesn't dig into anything, and that way it blocks us from stumps or anything like that that we might hit with the bush hog. And I kind of use that as my gauge to make sure I'm not going to hit anything with the bush hog. And we'll just go forward down through the trail as far as we can go. And Cameron has come up here with me, and he's going to take our trail clearing tools, our Kobalt 24-volt chainsaw, hedge trimmer, and pole saw, and he's going to kind of work along behind me, cleaning up the trail to widen it out and make it good for four-wheelers and all that. So let's go ahead and get started. So we didn't get very far before we came across a tree leaning over on the trail area where I want to travel. Now, I'll tell you, I don't have a method necessarily for how I determine where the trail's going to go, other than I don't want it to just be straight and flat. I want some trails that are going to be enjoyable to ride on and kind of have some twists and turns, and that way it makes it fun to hike and all of that. I can cut one down tree right here and get us through over to that way. So that's the way we're going to attack this. So we're at a spot where we've got several trees here. We got to pick one to take out through here, and I want to kind of have the least impact that we can. So I'm thinking I can probably take this one right here in the middle and then do a shot over towards the drainage ditch over there and work our way down. But we're going to walk ahead and kind of see where it's heading to so we can get an idea of what we want to do through here. trimming our shrubs here.
Yeah.
Should I cut some of these lower limbs off?
Well,
Or just leave them?
I'd probably get some of these that I couldn't cut, like these middle ones there that are.
We did have a casualty. I lost that lens and ran over it with the bush hog, but our HST fan is still intact, so that's good. All right, we're gonna do one more run up and down the trail just to chop up the limbs and stuff that are laying on it, and we'll be all set. All right, guys, well, I feel like we just claimed a whole new section of property. We got a good 100-yard trail, maybe a little bit longer, through some of the thickest stuff that we had. That's where a lot of rabbits are, and it was too thick to walk through to jump up the rabbits. So that's gonna open up a whole new area for us to jump up rabbits, which is gonna be cool. But yeah, I'm super happy with how this trail turned out, and it was pretty quick and easy. Actually, quicker and easier than I expected it to be. Guys, we're gonna go down this existing trail that we tied into and trim some of the limbs back on it real quick and call it a day. So I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all have a good day.